Introduction to viruses and bacteria. Viruses and bacteria are both microorganisms that can cause diseases, but they differ significantly in structure, behavior, and how they affect living organisms. Understanding these differences is important for health, medicine, and infection prevention. What is a virus? A virus is a microscopic infectious agent that requires a host cell to reproduce. Viruses are not considered alive outside of a host because they lack the necessary machinery to carry out life processes on their own. They consist of genetic material, DNA or RNA, encased in a protein coat. How viruses infect cells. Viruses attach to a host cell, inject their genetic material, and hijack the cell's machinery to replicate. This process often destroys the host cell, causing symptoms of infection. Examples include the flu virus and HIV. Vaccines can prevent many viral infections. What is a bacterium? Bacteria are single-celled organisms that can live and reproduce independently. They are considered living organisms because they carry out all necessary life functions, including metabolism and reproduction, through cellular processes. Some bacteria are beneficial, while others can cause disease. How bacteria reproduce. Bacteria reproduce asexually through a process called binary fission, where one cell divides into two identical cells. This allows bacteria to multiply rapidly in favorable environments, which can lead to infections. Antibiotics can treat bacterial infections by targeting their functions. Key structural differences between viruses and bacteria. Viruses have a simple structure, genetic material inside a protein coat. Bacteria, however, have a more complex structure, with a cell wall, membrane, and sometimes flagella for movement. Bacteria also contain ribosomes and other machinery for self-replication. Viruses and bacteria. Methods of treatment. Bacterial infections can typically be treated with antibiotics, which kill or inhibit bacterial growth. However, antibiotics are ineffective against viruses. Viral infections may be treated with antiviral drugs, which can interfere with the virus's ability to reproduce, or prevented through vaccination. How viruses and bacteria spread. Viruses spread through direct contact, air droplets, or contaminated surfaces, often causing outbreaks in populations. Bacteria can spread similarly but may also proliferate in food, water, and soil. Proper hygiene, vaccination, and sanitation can prevent the spread of both. Impact of viruses and bacteria on health. Both viruses and bacteria can cause a wide range of diseases. Viruses like influenza and COVID-19 can cause respiratory illness, while bacteria can lead to conditions like pneumonia, tuberculosis, and urinary tract infections. The severity of disease varies depending on the type and treatment. Conclusion. Understanding the differences. The main differences between viruses and bacteria lie in their structure, life cycle, and how they interact with their host. While bacteria are living organisms capable of independent life, viruses rely on host cells to reproduce. Both pose health risks but require different approaches for prevention and treatment.